What is going on, everybody? DJ New Hispanics, and we're back with another multi-denomination hunt. Still can't get my hands on any boxes, but I did end up picking up 16 rolls of quarters, 14 rolls of pennies, and 9 rolls of nickels. I would have got 14 rolls of nickels, but 5 of my rolls came out to be all 2021, so I just dumped them back into circulation. But while I was at the bank, I did get this in one of the reject bins. This here is the Bridge Company. Good for one fair. I'm gonna have to check into this. I'm not just no cash value. I don't know if that's for like crossing a toll bridge or whatnot. If a troll would have had this, I do not know. And we got looks like a Pixeled Arcade and Brewing Company from Fargo, North Dakota. No cash value on that either, but I'll have to figure out where this place is and maybe go play some arcade games. We also got 2 Canadian dimes. One's a 72 and one's a 2011. Man, too bad they weren't older. And finding some silver Canadians would be nice if I change. And I also got a 2009 Washington, D.C., Philadelphia. That, if you look in the center there, it is bowed, so it must got rejected. And then this here, it's a Blinger, 1987 P nickel. I don't know why this would have got rejected, but it did. Well, some pretty cool finds. Let me go ahead. Since we only got 9 rolls of those nickels, let's pop into those nickels and see if we can get lucky in 9 rolls. We're on roll 2 of the nickels, and we're gonna have our first find. It's an older one. We got a 41 S. I find a lot of 41 S's up here. It's kind of unusual. All right, let's see if we can find anything else. We're on roll 6 of the nickels, and we got our second find. If you can call it that. I think this may have been a dryer coin. It's a 1957 from Denver. And it does look like it's had some heat. So I'm wondering if this wasn't stuck in a dryer somewhere. 2 coins. Hopefully we get something good in these last 3 rolls. Well, I finished all those rolls, and sadly enough, we only came up with that dryer coin, 57, and the 41S. But I did come up with something I thought I'd bring up. I look at all my 75Ds because they have a misplaced mint mark. If you look at this one, the mint mark was pretty low. Come over here and look at this one, and it's much, much higher. I don't know if that constitutes a mispunched mint mark, because if I remember correctly, the D is almost between the ribbon and the 5. I don't know how far off it has to be considered a mispunched mint mark, but like I said, right there, compared to right there, they're definitely not in the same spot. I don't know, let me know in the comments below if you think that's actually hit the 75 mispunched, or if it's got to be just a hair higher. I think it's got to be a hair higher. I'm going to hold on to this one just in case, though. So, that being said, let's see what we can get with 14 rolls of Lincolns. Well, that didn't take long. If you look, this is the first roll, and we've got, could have sworn I seen a Canadian somewhere in here. There's a Wheatie. There's a Wheatie. And I could have sworn I seen a Canadian as well. Well, let me pull this one out, see what we got. Looks like it's definitely been cleaned. Looks like it could be older too as well. Ooh, I almost thought I seen a 15 there. Looks like we got a 1916. We got a teens Wheatie from Denver. Definitely seen some abrasion. And let's see what we got back here. And maybe I can find that Canadian. Wheatie number 2 is a 1958D. Let's see here. I know I've seen a Canadian here. I'm probably looking right past it. Oh, there it is right there. Alright. Canadian number 1 is going to be a 1970. Looks like we got one Canadian and 2 wheats in the first roll. Hopefully we find some more. We're on roll number 3 of the sets, and we're going to have Canadian number 2. See it right back here. 1964. An older one. 64 meaning it is going to be a young head. Awesome. I don't mind getting Canadians when they're the older ones. King Georges are even better, but I'll take a young head. Canadian number 2. Roll number 5. And that looks old, but just a 61D. I know I've seen a set of wheats here somewhere. There. We've got wheat set number 3, and that is going to be a 1944 from Denver. We're on roll number 6, and we're going to get Canadian number 3. That is a 1989 and another set of wheats. So wheat set number 4, and it is a 1956 from Denver. We're on roll 13, 12, 11, 10, roll 9, and looks like we're going to be tied up with the Canadians. We just found Canadian number 4 in 1975. Roll number 10. And if you look here, we got some wheats that look old and a Canadian that looks old. Still tied up. We got wheat set number 5 here. Let's flip it and see. Not seeing no VDB down there. But it is another teen. We got a 19 Philly. Wheat set number 5. And looks like we got another young head. Another 1964. Canadian number 5 as well. We're at roll 13. And I got a date peeking in the back here. And it is a 1945 from Denver. Wheat set number 6. We are on the last roll, and looks like we're going to be tied up unless I find another wheatie in here, and it's another old one. That's a 1955 young head. That's 3 young heads in 14 rolls. 6 total Canadians, 6 total wheats. Got a small stack here to go through for some varieties. Let me go ahead and finish up with this roll, run through these varieties, and we'll do a wrap up on these pennies. Well, I didn't see any varieties. I did see some possibles, like in a 71, but it was so heavily circulated, I wasn't even gonna bring it up. But I did find a 70S in pretty good shape, and a 73S not in such good shape, but I keep my S. 74. Canadians, we got 6, 3 of them being the young heads, and the oldest being a 55, which is, I'm happy to at least get 6 when you get some young heads in there. And then we got 6 Wheaties, 2 being from the teens, the 16D and the 19. Not bad for only 14 rolls of pennies. That being said, let me get these out of the way. Let's see what we can get with 16 rolls of quarters. We're on roll number 2, and if you look here, without blinding you, we've got an S. It doesn't look proof-like, so let's flip it over and see. And it's not. It's just a 2018 NIFC Cumberland Islands from Georgia. Always fun to find, though. At least we got something in these rolls. Lately, the quarter rolls have been pretty I don't want to say forgiving, but ungiving. All right, let me see if we can find anything else in this roll. We're in roll number 10, and it looks like we're going to have another S. This time it looks like another Cumberland Islands, Georgia, NIFC quarter. Somebody must have had a roll and dumped them into circulation. Hopefully we find a W, or maybe even some silver. Let me get back to the hunt. Well, I didn't find anything else in those quarters other than those two San Franciscos from 2018. I did find quite a few different bicentennials. I checked the D's for varieties. So all in all, not too bad of a hunt. A couple San Frans. We got those two one from 57, I'm pretty sure is a dryer coin, and a 41S. And then we got the 75D. If it is the misplaced mint mark, it's going to be pretty valuable. Of course, we got our reject bin finds and 6 wheats and 6 Canadians. All in all, pretty decent. So like always, I'm going to post a link right up here for my eBay page. Check it out. I might have something you want or need. And then also post a link down below for some of the sites I look up varieties and stuff on. So thank you all for subscribing to my channel. If you're just viewing and haven't subscribed, hit the like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. So until next time, everybody, happy hunting, and thank you for watching.